So this is the beautiful painting we're going to do today. It's a landscape. You see it has all reflections, and I also have the reference photo there that I got from Pixabay for you, and I will show you how to do a landscape from a reference photo today. And all you need for this painting is your cad red, cad yellow, ultramarine blue, black, burnt sienna, and sap green and white. And the brushes I'm going to use are my fan brush and a bristle brush, size 8, and I have a liner brush, and I have a chiseled edge synthetic brush, and I have a Filbert brush. I may or may not use the Filbert, but it's nice to have extras around. Today I'm working on a 9x12 canvas. The canvas I'm using is a stretch canvas. See? These are nice because you can hang them right up on the wall. You don't need to frame them. Alright. So get your chisel edge size 8 brush out, or you can get a synthetic brush if you like, flat, and take some blue and some white. Make a nice pale blue sky. That's what's up there on the reference photo. Nice pale blue sky. So we'll do the top of the sky first. Okay. And then we'll come down so far, because the horizon line is probably down here. Just mark it off a little bit there. And we're going to need to leave some space for a pinkish color. I'm going to add more white to that. Just going to pick up white and put that right in there. Keep it nice and light. Back and forth. See how it all blends itself. Good. Come down here with some more white. Back and forth. Now we leave that little space for our pinkish color. So all you have to do is clean your brush. And now we'll make some pink. It's only a matter of getting some red, white, making a nice light pink. Very light, more white than red, okay? And we will come down here underneath here. And it's okay to go into your blue. Good. Because we want to blend the two colors together while they're wet, so you can work wet on wet. All right. It's nice. Hear the crunching of the paper, of the canvas. All right. That looks nice. Right up into your blue, it's okay. As long as it's both wet, it will blend really nice. See a nice blend you got? That's pretty. Okay, so clean your brush again and go back into some blue and white. And we will put another bit of blue just underneath the pink. It's okay to go into your pink a little bit, just as long as you don't have too much blue on there. Add more white, brighten it up. So we have to keep our pink. Good. Just putting on a little more white. I like adding white to keep it nice and bright. And keep the paint wet also. Nice. Now when that dries, we'll put the tape on to get our horizon line. As you can see, there's the blues, the pinks, a little bit of blue down here. We'll put our horizon line probably down just a little above the blue. So get your painter's tape and put that on your canvas where you want your horizon line. So if you go by the reference photo, you can see it's probably 1/3 the way down if you want to break it up into thirds. Now as you can see, there's the land down here with flowers on it. I know the reference photo is a bit faded, but I'm going to have a clearer photo for you on my Patreon page and somewhere else where you can find it. I'll let you know. So I'm going to mark off where this is. So I'm thinking down here. Now you can have it whatever way you want. Don't have it exactly like the reference photo. Just make a couple little humps for the flowers. And I'm going to right to the corner. See? So as you can see on the reference photo, it's a bit dark here. It's nice and pink down here, and then it gets darker as it comes down. So what we can do it either way. Put the pink on first and then the blue, or you can put the blue on first and then the pink. So I think I'm going to put on, let's see what will work best for us. Let's go with some blue, and then we'll fill it in with pink. All right. So the blue is nice and dark. I'm going to add a little bit of red to it just to purple it up a small bit, as you can see. So I just took my blue, add a little bit of red, and I'm going to leave a little bit of white so that it isn't too dark. And we're going to mix it up and put it on our canvas. So it comes in around here. It's okay to go over your line. Good. There we go. Now if you're having a hard time getting your paint to move, you can use this slow dry blending gel, medium. And you can get that in my Amazon shop, or you can get it maybe at Walmart or Staples, or wherever you can get it. And that will help your paint to move better and stay wet longer so you can blend. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit on my palette. So there's my blending gel right there. It looks white, but it usually dries clear. And I'm going to add a little bit of that, just a small bit, not too much for me, because I have, it won't dry fast for me, and I need to dry my paintings fast so I can move on to the next section for you, so it won't take too long. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blending gel to my paint, a bit of white, and try it out and see if you like it. If you don't, just use mist it with some water. I see how easier now that's moving. That's better. Good. And like I say, you can mist your paint with a misting, just a misting little, just water like that. Good. A couple of different things you can do. So now what I'm going to do is go with the pink, and I'm going to add my pinkish color, my white, make it nice and bright. Good. Just throw a little bit of blue in there just to give it a nice little purplish haze. And more white, maybe a little bit of blending gel. Alright, let's see what happens. So we're going to put that on. Oh yeah, it's blending really nice now because of the blending gel. It's better. Blend it right in with the blue because I don't want that blue to be overpowering. Nice. I'm going to get more white. See, I'm just putting white on my brush now, and I'm going to put that right in there like that to brighten it up. That also keeps your paint wet, so you can work. I'll come right down into my blue. See how that all blends really nice? Pretty. Might add more white. Don't be afraid to try different things. You can always put more pink back if it's too bright. Okay, there we go. That's nice. See, in the picture, in the reference photo, it's nice and bright there in the center, so you can pick up more white. Start under your tape. Put in some more white just to brighten it up. See, that's pretty, isn't it? While everything's wet, so you can blend it without losing all the colors. There we go. It's pretty. As long as everything is wet, it'll blend beautifully. There we go. I think that's nice. Okay, let's take our tape off now and see how that looks. Okay, so we get a bit of a brightness there, which is fine because we're going to have some trees and stuff there too. Okay. So the next part I think I like to do is the grass down here. I like to do it in stages, and that helps get all your background colors on first, and then you put everything else on top. So I'm going to make my own green. Now you can use sap green with some blue and yellow. See how nice that is, how dark it is? Nice and dark. And more natural looking too. I'm using my bristle brush still. I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. That's all you need to do is tap, 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 tap. And that will give you texture for your grass. So get some more. Just tap away. All that texture. If you want add a little bit of interest to your grass, add some burnt sienna. A little bit of burnt sienna to your mixture that you just made, okay? The green that you just made. And you'll see how that changes the color a little bit. You can go back into here, and then you can put on some more green. And while everything's wet, that'll all blend nicely together. So just make some more green, or pick up your sap green. There we go. Yep, there we go, some more green. See how you're getting some different colors just by mixing in a little bit of color every now and then. And go back and forth over what you got done. Just fill in that whole space down there. Now you have an idea of where your land is because you marked it off, but if you have to go up over that, or you want to make changes to the shape, go right ahead. Now I'm going to add a little bit of red this time to my mixture, like this. So I made my green, or I had my sap green, and then I took a bit of red. That kind of turns it almost to the same burnt sienna, just by adding a bit of red. It changes the color, because red and green makes brown. And I'll go back and get some more green. Clean off your brush if you have to. So just make some more green, or go get your sap green. Clean off your brush. Make sure you don't have... Alright, we'll go right to the corner here. See that? Isn't that nice? Nice textures. A little bit of change to your... You can even pick up red on your dirty brush like that and tap it into what you already have done. See? That'll also give you some nice colors. Look. Some quick little tips for you. Every time I try to do something, I try to throw in some tips and try to help give you some ideas on what way you can do your paintings. That's pretty, isn't it? See the nice colors? We may put some highlights on them after, but there's the start of your grass. You can see the texture. I also want to show you that because you're going to buy a reference photo, don't mean that you have to stick by it exactly. So I'm thinking I might want a few little clouds in the sky, okay? So there's no clouds in the sky there, but I kind of want something there. So I'm going to pick up some white on my clean brush with some blue. And I'm going to clean off my brush so there's not too much paint on it. Now that's probably dry by now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some circles, make some faraway clouds. See? That's all you got to do. Look, I'm using the corner of my brush too, just so I won't get too much. Just the corner of your brush with hardly any paint. I can barely see the paint, right? So I'm trying to decide where I would like some clouds. Maybe a bit of brightness here a little bit, where I can see a bit of brightness. See, a reference photo can help you figure out where to put things, but you don't have to have it exactly the same. So I'm just going to put some more clouds up here, just little circles. Then float around. It's moving away, moving away. I'm just starting to make circles and then I kind of move away. See? Just soft, far away clouds. They're so easy and pretty. I like to do, you know, I might overdo it a bit, but where else can I put them? Maybe some down here. I don't know. Put them wherever you want. Look how pretty they are, though. Just by doing that. It's so simple, isn't it? I'm going to leave them soft. I'm not going to add any highlights to those. So that's my decision. If I want to have bright clouds, I want to have dark clouds, I want to have whatever I want in my paint. It's my painting. The reference photo is not going to tell me what I can and can't do, but it can help me put things in place. So now what we can do is we're looking at the background, okay? So we got the background done, we got all the background done. Now we need to put on some trees back here. So because this big tree here, you can't put that on first and try to work around it, so that'll come last. Same with the flowers, okay? But now these trees in the background, so that's what we'll do next. So I'm still using this number 8 bristle brush. So you don't have to use a lot of brushes, but I like using as many brushes as I can so I can see what they do and see what they can do and experiment with them. But right now this brush is giving me all the texture and clouds that I need. So I'm going to go back in and get some green. Some nice dark green again. Alright. Nice dark green. Now the reason I'm using this brush is because I want the trees to be more of a thicker feel to them. So I'm looking at this now and I'm going to probably end my trees. Now when we get down here I might have changed to a smaller brush. Probably end them down here and probably bring them up to here. So just sort of make markings where you think things should go. So I'm just going to start underneath here just so I can get a feel for what way the brush is going to handle what I want. Okay, and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 come down to that line. And then we're going to, if you make a mess there, we'll clean it up. Because the brush is a little big. Unless you're using a bigger. So we come down on an angle. So let's change now to a smaller brush. You still want to use a chiseled edge, okay? I'm sorry, a a bristle, okay, nice bristle brush. And you still want to get your dark green. And you still want to tap, 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 tap. All right. And same as grass, if you want to have some different colors in your trees, just throw in a little bit of red, a little bit of burnt sienna, while all the paint is wet. All right, so we're going to get, there we go. Turn your brush whichever way you need to, but when you're doing the tops of the trees, make sure your brush is vertical, and if you're working down here, you can go horizontal just to keep it clean there. So now we get some nice little tops and nice little trees, and they go all the way over here, just a little bit. I'm horizontal now. I want to add a bit of burnt sienna to that because they seem to change in color. There we go. They're pretty far away, so you don't have too much. Over here, then we have some more trees over here. All right, so just add some burnt sienna if you want. So when we get over to the other side, I am going to use the bigger brush again. So we did our smaller trees. Now we're going to do our bigger trees again. I'm going to add a bit of burnt sienna to those just to give it a change. I'm going to go, let's see. I think these trees are a little higher, so I'm going to tap it up here. And they come down. I can't see them very well in that picture, so I'm going to make it up. That's what you're going to do. If you can't make it out, then put something there yourself. Add a little bit of burnt sienna. And thinking there might be some high trees and some low trees. All right. Turning my brush horizontal so I can get to the bottom here. And bring some smaller ones down here. Now you could put tape on down here if you wanted to so you won't go into your water. You could do that too. I think that's good. There we go. I'm going to use the same brush, the size 8 chisel. Goodness gracious, size 8 bristle. Yes, I'll get it out. And we're going to do the reflections. So the reflections are your dark green, and we will bring down some reflections. I need to be darker than that. So if you have to fix your paint up, go right ahead. Okay, and then we come down here. Comes way in. And yeah, let's see, there, there, there. Down here a little bit more. And I'm going to go switch to my smaller brush. You can use the same small brush for all of it if you like, but like I say, I like to use my brushes because I want to see what they can do, and it's great practice. So, I mean, you can do a full painting with just one brush. You've probably seen some videos that do that, but I just like to experiment with my brushes. How are you going to know what they can do unless you use them? Now that should be good. Straighten it up the best way you can. And we're going to do this one here. We'll stay at the same brush now. A bit of burnt sienna, whatever colors are in your tree up here. And we'll put some trees down here. So it's all thick in here. Then you got some tops. Try to measure it up to get some idea. All right. Comes over here a little bit. All right, we don't want to mess that, and that comes way down here because it's pretty tall. Okay, that looks good. Do you think? Little bit of reflection here. We're going to take that and divide it up a little bit because it's kind of big and I'd rather have it a bit smaller. I'm going to take my chiseled edge brush, synthetic chiseled edge. See how nice and tight it is? Alright, and I'm going to add a little bit of weight to that, just so I can brighten up that center. When you see the other reference photo, you'll be able to see all these different highlights and things. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit more. There we go. So you can do whatever you want, except make a happy accident. It's not a happy accident when you put dark into your lights. Okay, I got it brightened up a bit better there now. So when that paint dries, I can clean it up better. We don't want the green in there because it's not a reflection. Okay. All right. Nice. Now, if your clouds fade out on you because acrylics dry darker, just go back over them with some white again, just to brighten them up. Same technique, just move around on what you already did, because that will be a guide for you, okay? Yeah, acrylics are a little bit, they dry a little bit dark. I just add more clouds. Soft, fluffy clouds. Overlapping is nice too because it gives depth to your painting. So whenever you overlap, it'll give depth. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Depth. See? Just scratch them out. See how they dry so dark? I do want soft, fluffy ones in the background, but I don't want them to disappear on me. So just scrub some more back on. See, that gives more clouds. Now, the reference photo didn't have clouds, but I wanted clouds. So when all this dries, now we can work on some highlights. Because it was wet, the highlights will only blend in with the dark colors and you won't see them. So in the reference photo we have some, I don't know what it is for sure. I've been studying the reference photo. You see all those oranges in there? See that? We're going to put them on there anyway. And see what it looks like. So let's go into our trees a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. I got my bristle brush. It's a smaller one. I'm not sure what size it is. It's all marked off, but it's smaller than the size 8, okay? And it's a bristle. And the reason I'm using bristle is because I like the texture that it creates. So for the smoother surfaces, I'd rather use the synthetic. So I'm just mixing a bit of red and orange and yellow. And I got that little orangey color. See? Cad red, cad yellow. Makes a really nice orange. So I'm going to pick some spots where it goes. Let's see. I kind of think it's different. I don't really know what it is now. Yes, I can change it if I want to. But I'm just going to try and stick with some of the pictures, some of the... just to see what it would look like, you know. If you don't like it, you can always add something else or make some changes. So we're going to say that the horizon line is here. So just at the tops, just do the tops right now. And some down here, a little bit here and there. Not really sure. If we don't like it, we can always take it out. I kind of like it. It's different. Let's tap it in, little taps. Don't push too hard. All right, that's good. Let's add a little bit of the orange on the other side too, with a bit of burnt sienna. I don't know, just to darken up a small bit. It seems to be a little darker over there. So the sun could be coming in from the center and hitting off some of these trees, and this one could be in shadow, maybe. But we have to make our own decisions here. So I'm just going to put some of that orangey color on the edge, a little bit of burnt sienna, just to give it a bit of color there. I can brighten it up a little bit more. I can even add a bit of white to it if you want, but I don't want it too bright. So I'm telling you burnt sienna and orange, but you, like I say, now you make your own decisions too. If you like just the orange, you go right ahead. Try to think of where you might think the sun is coming in. We could say it's coming from the right, but then these wouldn't be as bright, so it's really hard to know where the sun is coming from. There we go. Just that little bit of highlight really gives your tree some nice texture. And it also, layering your paint with different colors, your subjects that you're doing, brings them out really nice, much better. So that's nice. Then we'll do a little bit down here, the reflection. Very subtle because it's under the water. All right, that's it. That is it. Now what I'm thinking next is, because we're still working back here, because that tree and things is all, they're all in the front, okay? So I'm trying to work on all the back first, so that I can get that out of the way. So we have this little, here we have this little separation here, and it goes over to here. All right, so that's white with a little bit of blue, I think, because it's a little cloudy looking, isn't it? Not too much, but I might even throw in a little bit of pink. But more white than anything, okay? That's my chisel edge. See how nice and chiseled it is? You're going to need that. Now, if you got a steady hand, I don't have a steady hand, so I might need to use either a ruler. You can use a ruler, or you can use the tape. I'm going to take a chance on it, okay? I hope you don't mind. I think I'm just going to take my brush and just scoop you over. If I fool up, I'll fix it up. So I'm going to come over here. My chiseled edge. Try to keep some of that reflections going on there. I'm going to come right over here. Not bad. Not bad for a shaky hand. It's not easy, and I'm standing up and everything, so, but you know, oh, now I'm going to fold it up. I should have left it alone. I should have left it alone, guys. anyway, there she be. And I'm going to take what's left over on my brush, and I'm going to make some water lines on top of these here. Make sure everything is dry and make that look like it's underwater. See? Might even just scrape over a little bit like this. Turn your brush different ways just to get the look you're looking for. I can't see behind that tree, so I'm having to guess. This one here, just a few little water lines. Don't need much. Make sure your brush is still chiseled. Clean that up a little bit there. The water is kind of still, so I don't want to make it look like it's moving too much. Alright? What I'm going to do with my chiseled edge now is I'm going to clean up that edge that I made a mess of by putting in a little bit of a darker area right here. I might even throw in a little bit of black into my green just so I get that so dark that it looks like there's a good separation there. So I will wait for that to dry. Then I'll get my dark green, and I will, it looks like that comes over here, that dark line. It's way over here, like a piece of land or something. All right. There we go. See, the more things you do with it, the better it is. Let's clean up that little edge there a little bit. I want to do this so you can see if you do something and you don't like it, you can fix it. Okay? Don't want you to think that you messed it up. All right, that looks good. I don't know if you can see that, but there are some lines in the trees to make it look like probably tree trunks. So we're going to do that. So the more detail you give to your paintings, the nicer you're going to be. I'm just going to take my chiseled edge again. And I'm going to add a little bit of the grayish color. A little bit of, you can use dark green and white. Bit of black and white, whatever, just get a bit of a grayish color. Gray, you can also make gray with ultramarine blue and burnt umber and white. Now I'm just going to see if there's any sticks in here. Let's see. Not going to do too much. That's too much for me. I'll darken it up a little bit more. Better. It's kind of a, like there's some sticks or something going on there, and probably some here. So you can actually even tap on a few of those if you don't get the, right? Tapping might give them better texture. Like I said, I don't want to add too much, but going by the reference photos helping me. Alright, so that's fine, good. Now the reference photo has this little tree here, but I'm going to leave that out, okay? That little tree there in the corner, you can put it in if you want, but I don't see a need for it actually. It's like it's a distraction or something. So like I said, I'm trying to show you what decisions you can make. Now your next decision is what you're going to do in the front. If you consider all the background done now and you're happy with it, what do you want to do in the front? Now do you want to do the flowers first or the tree? Now I would do the tree first because when I do my flowers I can put them around the tree on the bottom rather than trying to drag the tree into the flowers. That would be my decision. Okay, so that's my decision to put in the tree next. So you can see the tree is like a letter V, right? I'll get you up there to see that. So there's the tree, and it looks like a letter V. See? So we'll go by that. We'll make the trunk and the letter V. And that's where I think would be a nice place to start. So I'm going to get my smaller chiseled edge brush out, okay? See how chiseled? Okay, smaller chiseled edge brush. And I'm going to use, I'm going to go with some black and burnt sienna because I want a really dark underpainting for the lighter part of it. I'm just putting two of them together, as you can see. And I'm on a chiseled edge. Make sure you take your brush and pull it through your paint like this so it makes it nice and chiseled. Okay? Now, this is the fun part. Oh. So let's say the bottom of the tree goes about here. It looks like it, doesn't it? And then you come up to about here for the trunk. That looks like it, doesn't it? We hope. And then this part comes out up here. And it almost goes to that corner, okay? So that might give you a guide. So let's say we have that part done now. And then we're going to take our chiseled edge and drag, let's get more paint. And drag it up. Are you brave? You can even use some chalk if you want to mark it off first to make sure that you like where you're going. Because once you use the chalk, you can always wash it off, see? If you don't like it, and change it. Right, here goes nothing. All right. Up. Boom. Cool. We can fix that up after. And then the other one comes about here, up here. And then it branches off to 2. Let's go. All right, that's good. So I'm going to redo those because you can see through them and I want them a little thicker. So I made the trunk on the bottom a little taller, just for more interest. So like I say, you can change things up, don't worry. And then I'm going to thicken this one up a little bit more. So I'm on chisel edge, and then I'm going to push a bit harder to make it thicker. All right. Thick. I want this one to match that one. See? Just clean it up. And let's thicken up this one here. Just a black and burnt sienna, just to a nice dark underpainting. Make sure your chiseled edge, every time you go to reload, make sure that you get that chiseled edge, okay? Small little things like that really help, you know. Because we go back in and your brush is all, you know, crooked, and it'll make your tree funny. So fix it up whatever way you can. There we go. Clean up the inside. That looks better, doesn't it? Now we have to get some branches on there for those nice little leaves. Look, see those nice little leaves? Now that green that on there, that's paint. I touched it with my finger. Don't let that throw you off. Okay, here we are. Here we are. All right. Now for our tiny little branches, I got a long liner brush and I got a smaller one. So the important thing about these now for those branches are to have your the tops have to be nice and thin, almost pencil thin or even thinner, like a needle. Okay, see how thin they are? Thinner the better, okay? That'll make your life a lot more easy. So dip it into your water, and then the paint that you used for your trunk, just roll your brush around in it, okay? And then start making some branches. So now we have to find where the branches go. Let's see. Maybe there's one here. Come off the tree. Don't just jump everywhere, okay? Come off the tree, all right? So you start on the tree and then you come off. All right. Maybe there's one up here. See how nice and tiny they are? Just by using that brush. Now, there's probably one up here. Roll it around in your paint. You have to reload all the time. Maybe there's one coming over here. And maybe there's one coming off that one. So, come off of that one and bring it way down here. And maybe there's, just trying to figure out where they are in the reference photo. I'm not trying to get it exactly like it, but I like to have some idea where the, so I'm going to make up my own there now. So I'm just going to take line off a line, line off a line. Line off a line, little tiny ones, a line off a line, okay, and then this one here, more, and maybe there's a little one coming out here, and down. I might speed this up a little bit for you so you won't have to. Let me know, okay, if what you think if I speed up parts of my paintings just to get them moving for you. I don't want you to, you know, to get stuck in one place. We move a little fast in some areas. It might help you move faster. Or we just like to keep it in real time, the whole painting in real time. So I really need your help because I'm doing these for you guys, and I need you to let me know if you like some of the paintings. I have some time-lapse ones, but they're not there for you to follow. They're there just for you to look at, and then you can decide, oh yeah, I like that painting, so I think I'll try it. And I have it in real time also. I have it in parts, and I have it in the full painting, maybe an hour and a half or more, in my Patreon page. But if you want to do it, if you don't mind the parts, I'll have them in a playlist after they're uploaded, after they're published, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can work on one part while you're waiting for the other part to come up, and practice. You know, you're no rush. But if you get in a hurry to do it, then I got lots on there, so you can do one while you're waiting for, you know, another painting while you're waiting for another one to come up. You should get notified when they're coming up. So if they're not coming up for a few days or weeks or whatever, then you can try something while you're waiting, one of my other paintings. But let me know in the comments section, you know, what you prefer. I want to do what you want me to do because it's fun for me either way. A lot of people said they liked the parts. Part 1, part 2. I'm trying to keep them down to part 1 and 2, maybe 3 at the most. I think 5 or 6 parts kind of throw you off. So, you know, I'm experimenting with this also so I can make sure I do this right. Let me know what else you like to see me paint. I've been doing some landscapes lately. I did some animals and flowers. I like to try everything, but you let me know what you like the most. And I have some suggestions that I need to do too. I have elephants to do. I don't know anybody else out there likes elephants, you know, as a painting. I know we all love elephants and animals. I think that's enough. What do you think? I think that's enough for now. If we need more, we'll put them in. But I think I'm going to leave that. Now let's make sure that we have this. That looks better. Just want to make sure it's nice and thick enough. Maybe a little bit up here too. Just make any adjustments that you need. That's better, see? Let's get a better shape. Okay. So as you can see, we have some reflection up here that should go into the water, reflection from the sky. So I'm thinking maybe it's a little bit of blue there. Just a little bit. Not much. Just a little bit of blue and white on your brush. See, I don't have very much there. So we don't want to have to make too many changes. We might end up making a mess. So just a little bit of blue, and then we have a little bit of white from the clouds. So I'm just going to add more white to my brush. See, this is dry now, so it's not going to blend. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of reflection from the cloud. Just sort of wiggle your hand around a little bit to give an illusion of clouds in the water. That's all. Just be careful because it's dry. So and you don't even have to do this if you don't want to. You can just scrape across some white. Soften it up. See? I'm just turning my brush. Chiseled edge, it's vertical, and I'm just pulling across. So that's kind of nice. This gives it a little bit of a, see? There we go. That's nice. Now we're going to take our fan brush and we are going to highlight the tree. As you can see, the tree has bark on it. See? So we will do that. Just take your fan brush and put a white, a little bit of black, make some gray, a light gray, light gray. Alright, a light gray, see? And then just take your brush right on the very edge, the right side of your tree, and touch, pull over, touch, pull over. You didn't come over far enough, just touch, pull over a little further, touch, pull over, touch, pull over. Some more paint if you need it. Pull over. Now if you find it hard with the fan brush, just use, as you can see, I have a little bit of a problem there, but I like to try it anyway. I like to experiment. Let's try our chiseled edge brush. Chiseled edge. Touch, pull it over. Touch and pull over. Okay, so see the difference between the fan brush and the chisel edge. Chisel edge only just gives you that. Right, so we don't want that. So go back to our fan brush again. If your fan brush is, if it needs to be, see this fan brush is after curling up on me, that's why I'm having a problem. So get a fan brush and make sure it's nice and straight. So I'm going to fill that bit in there again. Let's go back to the black. All right. So I'll get the black, the gray, gray. And we'll do up here. Yes, so make sure your fan brush is nice and straight. That will help tremendously. Touch on this edge and pull over. Touch and pull over. And the reason the fan brush works so good is because the bristles separate. Okay, and then you can do that again if you want with a little more highlight on your brush, a little brighter, just the gray. Okay, but we want to keep it gray, we don't want it too bright. Just trying to straighten it up with my brush. Alright. I also need to keep it a bit bright so you can see it. See what I'm doing, and I'm leaving some of that black in the back there, the shadow part. I'm only coming over about halfway. That's nice. There we go. We got it. We got it. Now we have some of those leaves on those branches. That's the reference photo. And we will put some on ours. I'm going to use my bristle brush. See how all the bristles are open, size 8. So if it doesn't open for you, just push it into your hand or on your tissue, just to open them up. See? And then you're going to go into some burnt sienna or burnt umber if you rather, a dark brown and a dark green. Dark brown and dark green. All right. So with your dark green mixture, there's your brush all opened up. We're going to do those leaves now. So now you have all this to help guide you along. So pick a spot and start tapping, tap, tap, tap. Not too hard because you don't want to end up putting big blobs on. We don't want that. We just want these very, very, let's see, make sure you can see it. Now, tap, and go back and reload if you have to. See? Nice dark green. So you want them all separated in little tiny dots, don't you? Give it that illusion of go. Some places are a little bit thicker than others if you want to go by the reference photo. Jumping around on me. Jumping around. Now you might want to add a little bit of color too. Just throw in a little bit of yellow. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Ah. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. My boo-boo. Okay. I'll fix that. I will fix that somehow. I'm just going to darken it up so you can't see it as much. Now you might say, how are you going to fix that? Well, when that dries, I'll probably put a bit of blue back in there to say that the, just say that the sky is coming through. Right. We're getting there. Okay, only one little boo-boo, I didn't do too bad. And that's the thing about having too much paint on your brush. You gotta be careful. Things happen. All these little dots are everywhere. I might go and get some more burnt sienna. So you can mix up your colors a little bit, but just keep them dark. Noticed in the reference photos some brighter colors on that side. Like I say, you don't have to do everything that the reference photo is doing. You can just do your own thing. I think that's starting to look good. Even with the little blooper. My little blooper. I got a blooper right there. So let's see how we can fix that. I like to show you anyway. So we could probably take our liner brush. You don't have to do this because you probably never made my mistake. I'm just going to put the branch back here. Break it up. Break some branches down. So if you put your trees on and you need more branches, you can still put some more there. See? Lots of things you can do. That's cute, isn't it? So the only thing I did was that little blooper there. So that if you do that, you might get really, really annoyed and think you can't fix it. When that dries, I might put a bit of blue back there just to let the sky come through a bit more. Okay? So I'm glad I make mistakes and that so I can show you how to fix them. So we'll have to let that dry. So I think that's enough leaves for now. If you want more, you certainly can have them. So I think the best place for us to go now is the flowers on the down there on the bottom on your reference photo. I think that might be the best place to go. There's nowhere else to go. So let's see how we're going to do this now. So I'm going to try my liner brush. Now you can get a small round brush if this one is, not what you want to do. But we're going to figure out where we want. Our flowers are going to be right here. So we're going to put on a lighter color green so we can see it for one thing. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to my green. Brighten it up so I can see where everything is going. And I'm just putting in these little leaves here like this, see? Right? Alright, so the flowers are going to go here. And they sort of go around. These are just leaves that are in between the flowers. Just touch, 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 touch. Okay, so some yellow and green. I didn't totally mix it so I can get some different colors there. Gotta get that shape. I want to get a nice shape. Shape it out. Shape it out. There we go. Gotta make sure you can see it. It would be very good if I was doing a video and you couldn't see anything. So I'm just putting them on every which way. So that's the way they are in the oh, that's nice. Look at this. Isn't that nice? So that's the beginning of our flowers. We also have another one over here. So we'll put on all this first. Then we'll put our flowers on top. Put a few over here. Just get yellow. Try, even if you want to, you can try yellow on one side and green on the other. With the green side down, you can put on these little leaves. These are between the flowers, okay? You know how flowers have the leaves all around them. Alright, so this is the easiest way to do this. Nice. Now we got another one over here somewhere. So the other one should be here. So let's get some more paint, yellow and green. There we go. Touch, touch, touch. Touch and pull a little bit, or just touch. Get small leaves and bigger leaves. Okay. So wherever your flowers are going to go, put on your leaves. This is a good little technique for any flowers that you're doing. You put on your leaves first, maybe a little garden. If you're making a little garden or something like that, you can put on your leaves first, and then your flowers after. Let's see how far over we're going. Probably over here. Isn't that nice? How easy is it? Look at that. So pretty, isn't it? What a nice way to spend a day. Just painting. Creating something so beautiful. I That's nice. Look at that. All right. I like it. Now we'll do the one on the end. Just this little small one over here, I think, just sticking out on the side. That's it. There we go. You can also make some flowers with this brush, but I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques. Okay, look at that. That's pretty. Now remember I said that acrylics dry dark. See, the one I did there dried dark on me. That's why people like oil painting, because it doesn't dry as dark. But you can always oil paint over your acrylics, but you don't have to do the whole painting, but any parts that you might want to brighten up, you can certainly put oil paint over it. I'll give it a little boost. Just go over the ones you did, just brighten them up a bit. This big leaf there, isn't that pretty? Pretty nice. So that's all, you have to be mindful of them darkening up on you. Yeah. Alright, that looks better. Looks better. I want to come over by the tree. There we go. And see the other one next door starting to dry. Right? So you may have to do it twice. You may have to do it twice. Twice is nice. Gotta do it twice, do it twice. Sometimes you may have to do several layers of paint with acrylics to get it to stand out. Right? Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do my flowers a little bit different than what is on. If you want to do the flowers that are in the reference photo, just use a small round brush like you did. Put red on one side and yellow on the other, and just touch, and you'll get those nice pinkish, reddish, orangey flowers. So if you want me to show you, do that first before I go ahead and do what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm talking about. So you can see, it's hard to see with this picture, but I'll have a better one for you. You can see they're just small, low-laying flowers in between those greens, right? So all you have to do is take some red and some white, red on one side and white on the other, and you can just touch in between what you did. See? And you got that, and you got one here, and you got one here, and here, and you can change up the color by adding some yellow. Just a small round brush, you just touch. The trick is putting your colors on, right, separately. I mean, that's pretty as it is. Put a couple over here. Right. And we can put some down here, which looks kind of pink. And you just take your brush and do the same thing. Just touch. It's a bit white, so I'm going to add a little bit more red to it. But don't forget, dries dark. Alright, so you get some nice nice flowers. And put the white side down or the red side to just see what comes out. Now, depending on the colors that you want, you can make all kinds of colors, but all I see here are reds and oranges, so make up whatever colors you want. So pretty. So pretty. A couple over here. So, I mean, even that alone is nice. I mean, you don't have to do much more. See? That's something like what's in the reference photo. Alright. Now I'll show you what trick I got up my sleeve. You've probably seen it before, but you might like it. Now, even though the grass is dark, I still wouldn't mind adding some highlights to that grass a little bit. I'm just going to add some, in the reference photo it's pretty dark, but I'm going to add a little bit of green and yellow, probably a little bit of burnt sienna. I don't want it too bright. Kind of on the cautious side, I guess you call it. And take my fan brush. I'm just going to tap. It gives an illusion of grass there, see? Just touch and tap. A little bit here and there, not much. So that's just a little bit of, gives it more texture, that's all. And something else I'm going to show you. I'm going to take the bristle brush, this one here, and you're going to, little trick for you. You're going to, so this is a shortcut to making flowers. Take yellow and put it on one corner of your brush, on your bristle brush, and put red on the other corner, like that. And then, just with the yellow side, tap on little yellow flowers here and there, okay? And then, because the bristles are open, they're going to give you some pretty flowers. And then you can flip it around and throw in a few little red ones. Lay them on top of what you already did if you want, or just lay them somewhere else. Isn't that cute? That way you don't have to be going back and forth to get paint, and I don't know, just I thought it was cute. Just something I was doing the other day, and I said, oh, I must tell everybody that. A little bit of yellow on the corner of your brush like that. Just gently touching here and there, and then flip it over on your red, and then add a few little reds next to the yellow or into the yellow. See, and there's that one. And then I flipped it around, I guess. Right? So watch. So I put on the red, and then I flipped it around and I did yellow, yellow. See? Yellow, yellow. Need more yellow. Alright. A little yellow over here. And I'm just using the very corner of my brush so I don't get too many blobs. Flip over, get some red. So easy. It's like you're going flip, 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 flip. Now, that's one little trick. And then the other one I like is, oops, get you out there. And then the other one I like is my big brush, the 1 inch. They have my name on, and the bristles are long and they're open. Now you're going to get some really nice, I'm going to put a few tall flowers in. These is great for tall flowers. I know it's not in the reference photo, but I just want to show it to you anyway. So I'm going to stick with the reds and yellows. Alright, so I'm just going to tap into some yellow. Tap, tap, tap till I get a little bit of yellow on my brush, and I'm going to go in with red. Now you can do it separately if you want. You can go back and forth, but you're going to end up with those colors on your brush anyway. So, right now, just make some tall little flowers. I'll put them up here by the tree. See that? Now, how cool is that? Put a couple little over here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, how cute that is. That brush is amazing. All right, just watch. Gentle touch. Look. Unbelievable. Watch. Little flowers. So cute, isn't it? Like I said, I get carried away when I use this brush, so I'm not going to put too many more there. No. Not too many more. I might go into a little bit of white. Just a little tiny bit. Just so I can have a couple of little whites. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop. Look. How cool is that? Alright, so I'm going to leave it alone because I think I'm going to ruin it. But that's how you do it. I mean, my goodness, this brush is amazing. I can't help it. They're pretty, aren't they? I don't think I can do much more with this painting. I like it the way it is. And I think I'm going to call it finished. So there it is, a nice little landscape, and I think it came out pretty nice, and easy techniques, easy techniques. I try my best to make as easy as I can for you so you can have some fun. And if you like this video, let me know, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments section how you felt about this landscape painting and how you felt about the techniques. And if you have any techniques or tips or anything, you can put them in the comments section for me, and then we can use them in our videos to help other people. So I forgot one thing, didn't I? So that part here that I fooled up, I said I was going to show you how to fix it. So I'm going to put some blue back there, blue sky. Let's put it in so it looks like the sky is coming through there. That should take care of that. Add a bit more white if it's not light enough, because we need to match it up with the background, right? There we go. We'll just match it up. And that's all you have to do. You fool up. That's better. Okay, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching my video, and I will do another video coming up soon. I have another couple of beautiful ones coming up. I'll let you know about those. Just ring my bell, and so you can get notified of my new paintings coming up. And that's it for now, guys. I will sign out, and I will say happy painting. See you in the next video. Bye.